Winterville, North Carolina, a good place to live? This is what that we get as a question at least 10 times a day.
And the truth is, what makes a community perfect, a 10 for one person, is going to be entirely different for what makes a perfect 10 on a different person. People have different budgets, have different routines, different things what you like to do on a Saturday morning or a Sunday afternoon. So one person's suburban paradise is another person's commuter bottleneck. So all of these come into factor.
Exactly. Today, we're gonna escape a sales pitch, a standard sales pitch, and doing something completely different for you. We are going to handing over a real lifestyle texture of Winterville, North Carolina, and the actual neighborhood vibes that you're always asking, exact financial match that you're waiting for, that you decide if Winterville is a place that you should call home and move to.
Now, we live here ourselves, and honestly, families relocate from Greenville all the time, every single day, and we love breaking down the differences between Greenville and Winterville that the apps are going to tell you. And we track our viewers' metrics as well, so we can really understand what proves why people are coming, why people stay, so you see that you're looking for real information and local neighborhoods. That's what we try to give you. So let's get away from all of that, and let's talk about all of the fun stuff about Winterville, North Carolina, that you're here for.
Exactly. Therefore, when you're trying to evaluate if, for example, a town is the right fit for you, for your lifestyle, for you and your loved one, you have to look at day-to-day rhythm for that specific town. Winterville, North Carolina is really Greenville, North Carolina, south after neighborhood on the south of the Greenville, North Carolina, and it offers a distinct, a slower pace suburban lifestyle for you and your family.
That means when you wake up Saturday morning, you're out your front door, you're gonna go, maybe you're gonna take some exercise on the sidewalk by the manicured lawns, you're gonna see people are out mowing their lawns, you might mow your lawn too, and the neighbors are waving as they walk by, which is one of my favorite things about being in the area.
Exactly.
It is a deeply rooted traditional community that feels like home to us, even though we were not born here, we love it here. And the ultimate place is fun. Once a year can go to that Winterville Watermelon Festival, and it is a local tradition that draws thousands of people. But besides all that,
exactly. I wanted to just add my experience when I came to Greenville or Winterville that we're living, and I told my wife when we were living in Miami Beach, even we were in the same building, in the same gym with people, and you're saying hi, nobody even hi you back. And when I came here, it was like a culture shock, and kind of like it. As if when you walk into the neighborhood, people start waving at you. It's a nice, kindly gesture.
And when you pretty much walk, you have to understand the jobs here are a major economic and healthcare region of the area. In a quick drive, you're going to get to ECU Health. If you need to get to the college for whatever reason, you can do that too. You can go shopping on Evans. You can get whatever you're trying to do. Fire Tower Road is where I do all my shopping, but you can go wherever you want. So you're pretty much not sitting there by yourself, not having any action to do. You're choosing where you want to have your sanctuary at the end of the day. But that's just one thing. We're going to talk about way more stuff like houses and taxes and all of the choices that really make your choice yours.
Exactly. Therefore, we are going to a little bit in our specialty, which is the housing, because me and my wife, Victoria Pinder, we are real estate agent in Greenville and Winterville, North Carolina. And we wanted to give you some housing data that you basically compare that what's going on and look at directly what your investment or your money buys in Winterville, North Carolina, or at least two distinct markets. And basically we want to talk about the difference between Greenville, North Carolina and Winterville, North Carolina.
Right, basically the average sale price in Winterville is $355,495. The average sales price in Greenville is $293,700. $293,700. Now, the average home size in Winterville is 2196. It is 325 feet smaller in Greenville. The median year is 2017, and it is a more historic mix. You want to keep going with the new construction?
Exactly. The new construction, actually at the moment of the filming of this video, they constitute of 37% of the whole housing or active market in our area, which is significantly...
No, that's Greenville.
And for Greenville.
And Greenville is significantly lower.
And Greenville is significantly lower. Average price per square feet in Winterville, North Carolina is around $168 to $169. On the other side, if you compare it to the Greenville, North Carolina, this number is going to look like $153 to $154 per square feet.
Now, basically, why is that price gap there between $355, $495, and $293, $700, which I couldn't say earlier? But why is that there? It's really about the physical footprint and the age of homes. Like we just told you, it's a growing professional area in Winterville. There are extra feet. That extra 325 feet could be your bonus room, your dedicated workspace, bedroom, and that 2017 means that you're getting modern builds. So really, with 37% still being a new construction, that tells you that a lot of people have been choosing Winterville for a long time, and you're also going to get a lot of resale value in Winterville because you're going to find people with immature backyards, not in a new construction, still in an energy efficient home where it is built where they had nice finishes and they've lived in it, so they could have upgraded some stuff. So that's a lovely thing too. Now let's talk about what the apps don't see.
Exactly. Therefore, we're going to give you an insider basically advice, as my wife said, what the app doesn't see in real estate for the area. And here's a piece of the reality that corporate home search app will never tell you. Look at the listing from a phone in another state only gives you a tiny sliver of the truth. That's what we wanted to basically tell you. And when you look at the new construction online, the base price almost always exclude a lot premium, a structural upgrade, and design center selection. When more importantly, the national apps cannot track unadvertised builder incentives, which is another truth about when you're looking at home. That's important because you wanted your financial to be in order. You wanted to know what is your monthly payment is, how you can get to the house with a cheaper price, or at least according to your budget.
Yeah, you want to try to get the best deal out there, not necessarily the deal that the app is telling you that is their deal. Now, incentives change weekly all the time with new construction as well. So I want to point that out. We do keep update all the time. We talk to our new construction partners all the time to really understand what is going on in our actual market. And this is something the automated algorithms cannot do. They cannot tell you the quality of buying the one on the cul-de-sac versus the one more on the main street. And they cannot tell you the condition of the HVAC. Cannot tell you they cannot tell you. Even though the roof might be older, how does it look? How does it feel structurally sound still? They're not doing the inspection stuff. So many homes in coming soon can sell within days still. Like if it's a wanted house, it's going to sell within days. Navigating this local on the ground is not a generic situation. Now let's talk about safety in schools.
Exactly. Therefore, after this insider tip, we're going to talk about a school and safety. And safety as a school, as many of you expect from us to know, is one of the top priorities for many families that they are relocating to Greenville and Winterville, North Carolina. And our approach here is really data-driven. We point you to the third-party verified metrics so you can analyze the facts yourself, because as a real estate agent, really we don't have anything to say about the specific school zone and see if it's good for you, if it's not good for you.
But what we can do is tell you for safety, the historical rankings on SafeWise gives you SafeWise, which is a website, gives you that Winterville is in the top tier for safest municipalities in North Carolina. Fourth in the state at the current moment at the filming for low violent crimes and property. Also, if you want more information, we recommend you call the portal. You call the police department. You call the sheriff department for Pitt County. You call the Winterville, the Greenville Police Department. You really get the details there. And then if you're looking for a very specific address, you can actually ask them very specific questions. We can give you those phone numbers if you want. On the other side, if we're talking about Pitt County schools, well, that's another one.
Exactly. Therefore, when it comes to the education, both towns, which we were talking about, Greenville and Winterville, North Carolina, which are part of the Pitt County, North Carolina, have different school zone, and we always...
Want me to do it? Okay, for schools, basically, North Carolina Department of Public Institution report card gives you the report card every single year. If you're looking at public schools, you can look at the data. You can look at niche.com. You can look at greatschools.net. You can look at the actual data from the public schools itself. And you can review those metrics side by side with the teacher-student ratios, year-over-year testing. So whatever it is that is important for you, that is very easy, and we're happy to give you the links so you can look that information up for yourself. Now, I know you love taxes, so take over the taxes.
Exactly. The tax mathematics is also one of the important. Now let's talk about the biggest financial details that most of the out-of-state home buyers completely overlook until they got to closing table and they start looking at homes and they wanted to buy a house. And one of them is the property taxes. This line item has a permanent direct impact on your monthly mortgage because you know that you're paying principal, interest, property taxes, and homeowners insurance. And if you're getting FHA and you are not putting 20% down, the PMI is going to be part of that number too. But every homeowner in this area in Winterville, North Carolina, start with the foundational Pitt County, North Carolina base property tax rate, which is set at $56.63 per $100, means 56 cents and some changes. It's a 4-digit after the decimals. And based off that $100 of the assessed value that Pitt County, you can find also those numbers on the Pitt County website for the assessed value for each property.
We're going to go to the example.
Exactly. However, the moment that you cross that, basically,
the town
of the Greenville, the local tax rate diverge significantly, which is crazy, no? And let's look at the exact mathematical number, for example. For a house of $300,000, just to be very simple with the math,
easy math. For
the baseline, basically inside of the Greenville city limit, the Pitt County, as we said, the base rate was $56.63 or 56 cents per $100. And we have a Greenville municipal rate, which is $39.54 or 39 cents. And then we have an annual vehicle fee, which is $30, annual landfill fee, $144, and the early payment discounts, which offers 2% discount on the municipal portion if you pay early. If you add all these numbers for that $300,000 base price that we were talking about, you're going to have a total annual tax bill of $3,059.
Now, in Winterville, it is a little different. We're not going to lie. So the tax rate is still for Pitt County, 56.63 cents. Winterville is 0.45, so that's more. The EMS rate is 0.0595. The fire district is 0.087. The vehicle fee is $3. The annual landfill fee is $144, which brings us to a total of
$3,635.
And this was a $300,000 home.
Therefore, we have those fire EMS things that added to the Winterville and run the tax even higher than Greenville. And when you run the math, as we said, living inside of Winterville town limit cost approximately is
for that $300,000.
For $300,000, $576 more per year in property tax than living in Greenville on an identically home value. Basically.
Now that breaks out to $48 a month on your mortgage payment. So there is a difference. Now, if that is going to kill, if that $48 is going to be the deal breaker, we need to be looking in Greenville or maybe some other places. But if you're looking for the trade-off of being in a large footprint in the suburban area, in the lifestyle of Winterville, that's $48 is not a month is not going to be something that's going to be the deal killer if it is what you want. So that's why we're excited to share taxes, home. We love it here in Winterville. And don't forget, we always try to give you the straight to the source answers for, is Winterville a great place to live? We think so, but that's up to you.
It's up to you. Based on all these facts that we said, you need to look at and see what is the best things for you, best place or town for you to live if you're moving to Greenville, North Carolina. And we are Victoria Pinder, real estate agent in Greenville, Winterville, and Pitt County, North Carolina. We love to help you. For you moving to the area, please, if you have any question, write us a comment and subscribe in our channel to support us. And don't forget to watch all of our playlists. And in the description below, there's a link that you can book a calendar with us. And we love to connect with you. And see you next time.